Welcome to the DCTV 4-H Kids TV News Show. Help us keep our kids' news show on the air by becoming a sponsor. You can buy sponsorship by calling 970-677-4119. That's 970-677-4119. Now for the news. Hi, I am Daniel, and here is our first story from the Journal. Annual Cortez Christmas Bird Count. The 2018 Cortez Christmas Bird Count will take place December 29th at 7:30 a.m. beginning at the Cortez Cultural Center, 25 North Main, Market Street. Participants will be divided into groups to survey areas of Montezuma County and Cortez Carpool. Birding stands among Colorado's most popular outdoor activities during spring, summer, and fall. However, colder temperatures and snow do not terminate birdwatching activities. The winter bird counts in southwest Colorado will be submitted in the Audubon Society database and are part of a nationwide effort. And it provides a snapshot of data that can reveal trends in bird populations, said wildlife biologist and birder Jason St. Pierre, one of the group leaders. It's fun and interesting to hear what people find. The count is open to anyone, and beginner birds are teamed up with those with more experience. Spotting scopes will be available, and participants should bring binoculars, a camera, and a lunch and wear warm clothing. Birders will be divided into groups and fan out into different areas of the county for half a day or day-long excursions. It's an excellent opportunity for birders to watch the area. It's an excellent opportunity for birders new to the area or anyone interested in birds to become acquainted with local species, according to press release. The winter season enhances opportunities for encountering year-round avian residents such as northern flicker, Lewis woodpecker, stellar and scrapjay, spotted towhee, and white-breasted nuthatch. This story is from the Durango Herald. Limited time free downtown parking in Durango. As long as it's commercial use, you can park there, said the nice person who picked up the phone. Regardless, the city now views commercial use as applying to semis and suburbs alike. You can park for free, run in to purchase something quickly, or drop off something. Technically, that's commercial, so that's allowed now, the parking agent said, but it's for 10 minutes or less. Parking enforcement officers will time any vehicle in the yellow zone and write tickets if it's over that time limit. Of course, in Durango and everywhere, there's a high cost for free. Hey, it's certainly citizen-centric instead of semi-specific. Granted, the current city code city code states that yellow zones are specifically for commercial freight, defined as supplies, goods, foodstuffs, or beverages. A cup of coffee and a scone would certainly qualify as foodstuffs and beverages, right? So trek on down to downtown for a free freight fare. Just don't blame Action Line if you get a ticket, and you will. It's impossible to get anything done around here in less than 10 minutes, especially if you run into a friend or neighbor downtown. This story is from the Durango Herald. New Farm Bill makes hemp legal. U.S. House and Senate this week passed a long-anticipated agricultural bill with provisions that will federally legalize hemp, and move that has many speculating whether marijuana legalization will soon follow. The House and Senate conference report to the Agriculture and Nutrition Act of 2018, otherwise known as the Farm Bill, passed through both the House and the Senate with an overwhelming majority after leaders of both chambers' agriculture committees negotiated a compromise bill. The act, which is renewed every 10 years, removes industrial hemp from the definition of marijuana under the Controlled Substances Act, legalizing the plant closely related to the marijuana industry. Colorado Senator Michael Bennet, who sits on the Senate Committee on Agriculture, Nutrition, and Forestry, introduced 25 provisions to the bill, including wildfire protection, drought resilience, and hemp agriculture. Bennet spoke on the Senate floor Wednesday about his support for the bill's protections for farmers, especially hemp farmers. Nationally, there is going to be protection. There is not going to be this fear that if we get this CBD from Colorado, are we going to be in trouble? Howard Brad said, there's all of these gray areas that weren't covered under federal law. Now that those are covered, the rest of the nation can kind of get aboard with what we're doing in Colorado. Hildebrand also said hemp farmers do not have access to federally backed farm support programs, crop insurance, federal water and land and business banking accounts, but now this bill will open those doors, like Bennett said on the floor. Hildebrand said marijuana businesses in states where the crop is legalized, like Colorado, experience similar issues. Colorado Senator Cory Gardner agreed. Gardner previously told the Herald about introducing legislation to grant states the right to opt out of the Controlled Substances Act on marijuana, and he said the Farm Bill's provision on hemp will continue the conversation on his state's act. This story's from the internet. Parrot uses owner's Alexa to order ice cream raisins. A British parrot with a fondness for Amazon's Alexa has been trying to use the virtual assistant to order treats and toys, owner said. Marian Wisniewski, who works at the National Animal Welfare Trust Sanctuary in Berkshire, and she brought Rocco to live in her home in Oxfordshire when officials became concerned about the bird use of profanity in front of visitors. She said Roku quickly started talking to her. Amazing Alexa-enabled smart device using its capabilities to tell jokes and play songs. Wojcicki said she quickly discovered Roku had also figured out he could use Alexa to order some of his favorite items, including watermelons, raisins, broccoli, and ice cream. The owner, who said she had started going over her Alexa logs each day to cancel Roku's purchases, said the bird also tried to buy kite and light bulbs. Anyone out there who needs a bird brain to help on a test? Now for dumb laws. Dumb laws in New Hampshire. You may not tap your feet, nod your head, or in any way keep time to the music in the tavern, restaurant, or cafe. You cannot sell the clothes you're wearing to pay off a gambling debt. It is considered an offense to check into a hotel under an assumed name. It is legal to pick seaweed up off the beach. Any cattle that crosses state roads must be fitted with a device to gather its feces. You may not run machinery on Sundays. On Sundays, citizens may not relieve themselves by looking up. Now for weather report with Devin.
Our current weather data comes from the DCTV weather station located in beautiful downtown Dove Creek. The current temperature is 39 degrees. Today's high was 48 degrees. The low was 28 degrees. The barometer is at 30.18 inches and falling. Humidity is at 64%. Wind is between 1 and 2 miles per hour from the southwest. Gust has been up to 11 miles per hour. There was 1/100th of an inch of moisture melted in the DCTV weather station today. Moisture for the month is 9/100th of an inch. Moisture accumulation for the year is 7 inches and 12/100th of an inch. Now for the big map, courtesy of the National Weather Service. Some of the Pacific Northwest is getting all kinds of weather. Right there. Along the coast from Washington to Northern California, you can find rain. Rain. And some snow in there. There is a small area of snow between two areas of rain, so just remember there's rain, snow, rain. There we run into rain mixed with snow at the end of Idaho. Yep, right there. Along the Idaho and Montana, there is more snow. Two highs are keeping most of the west sunny except Dove Creek. Yeah. Along the border between Arizona and New Mexico, we have both rain and areas of rain mixed with snow. Right down there. The rest of the nation is clear and sunny except for the rain in Maine and snow from South Maine to New York. Oh. Here's our exclusive DCTV 5-day forecast. High 40, Tuesday, right here. Mostly sunny, high of 40, low 22. Wednesday, also mostly sunny, high of 43, low 22. Thursday, mostly sunny, high of 45, low 23. Friday, partly sunny, high of 44, low 23. Saturday, partly sunny, high of 44, low 22. Our new feature, we present you with the snow tell, which will give the amount of snowpack in the mountains. We hope it will be helpful for our farmers. Statewide, the snowpack is at 118%. Here in the Southwest, we only have 80%. Just acknowledge this map. Now, for our CO2 report. Carbon dioxide is considered a greenhouse gas and is one of the principal causes of climate change. CO2 traps heat in the atmosphere, which causes climate instability. This results in significant variations worldwide of moisture and hot and cold temperatures. But the general climate trend is that the planet is slowly warming. Therefore, the important that we report the CO2 change. The following are the CO2 numbers in parts per million. Last week, 409.4. Last year, last week, week before last, 2 weeks ago, 408.49. Last year, 406.28. 10 years ago, 385.39. 50 years ago, 322.84. Thank you, Dr. Peter Tans of the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration and Michael McGee of the CO2.Earth website for providing this information. Remember, you can help keep our Kids News Show on the air by buying a sponsorship. You can become a sponsor by calling 970-677-4119. That's 970-677-4119. Thank you. Now back to our news director.
And that's the end, excuse me, of today's DCTV 4-H News program. This is your news director, Happily Hacking, saying good night and thank you for watching.